I feel like I have lipstick on my teeth because I have a lot of lip gloss on, but I don't. Okay, good. Hey guys, so tonight I'm going to film this makeup look. Hey guys, so tonight I'm going to I keep saying fill. Why can't I say film? Film. Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to get this makeup look that I'm wearing. It is perfect for holiday season, perfect for Christmas parties, New Year's Eve, which is just around the corner. I was inspired to film this with an eyeshadow that I bought about a week ago from Estee Lauder. I don't really shop at Estee Lauder too often, and I don't know why, because anytime I buy anything from Estee Lauder, I love it. But this shadow just grabbed my attention as I was walking by. On camera, it looks pretty gold. It's actually pretty olivey gold in person. It's gorgeous, and it's a wet or dry eyeshadow. So whenever I see wet or dry shadows, that tells me that I can make it really intense and really metallic if I use it with a wet brush, which is what I did today. So I just had to get this. I've never really seen anything like this. Okay, I take that back. I'm sure I have, but I don't see this. It's not just like a standard color that you see everywhere. So I couldn't resist buying it. And it's something that I'm probably not going to wear a whole lot because it is pretty... got a pretty big impact, so I thought it'd be perfect for a holiday makeup tutorial. So anyway, I hope that you guys enjoy this tutorial, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.
Hi. Okay, so I'm gonna apologize now. My voice is really raspy. I'm getting sick and my throat is really scratchy. So I'm gonna apologize now for that. And if I clear my throat a few times, yeah, just cut me a break. Okay, so first I'm going to prep my skin. I picked up this Pixie Glow Mist spray because Kathleen Lights reviewed this in her November favorites, and I like it. I really like it. This was the first time I used it, but I'm a fan so far. I am using tape for this makeup look just because it's pretty dramatic and I want the edges to be pretty defined and crisp, and I just feel like it gives a little bit more of a more dramatic eye when I do this. I'm using my MAC Ochre Soft Ochre Paint Pot like I always do on my lid to prime for eyeshadow. Then I'm going to go in with this Makeup Forever eyeshadow. This one is, I think, just 164. It's just a matte transition shade, nothing special. Any transition shade that you have will do just fine. Okay, this is the shadow that I love. It is by Estee Lauder. It's called Pure Color Envy, and it's in the shade Naked Gold. It is the most beautiful olive, vibrant gold eyeshadow, and I'm going to use it with a wet brush to make it really intense. And I'm just packing this all over my eyelid. I'm using a 239 brush by MAC, but any, pretty firm, dense shader brush will do just fine. So I just sprayed it with a little bit of water before I dipped it into the eyeshadow. And for my brow highlight, I'm just using Shroom and Ricepaper by MAC. Next, I'm going to go in with my crease color, and I'm using the Self-Made palette. I am using the shade called Witchy in the palette. It's a really pretty, like, pewter, shimmery shade, and I'm just going to define my crease a little bit more, kind of give it a more smoky look. And then I am going to go in and deepen that even more. I'm going to use the shade Hot Chocolate, which is a dark, deep, matte red-brown in the palette. I'm going to go in here in just a minute, and I'm going to intensify that outer corner. This is where the tape really comes in handy because I'm working with dark shadows here. It can get pretty messy, and having that tape there is just like almost like your stencil. It's going to keep it from making a mess everywhere and give you a nice, really crisp, clean line when you remove it. And I'm going in with that Hot Chocolate shade now, and I'm just deepening the outer V a little bit more and intensifying this just a little bit more. The darker that you go, the more that green shadow on your lid is going to pop. Now I'm going to go in and line my eyes, and I'm using my NYX gel liner in jet black. I always go to this eyeliner when I'm using a black eyeliner. I am going to apply false lashes, so this works really well. I'm using my Bobbi Brown Ultra Fine Eyelining Brush for this, and then I'm going to go over that with a black shade out of the palette, the Self-Made palette, and just smoke it and soften it out. This step is going to just give a little bit of a softer edge on your eyes. Also, if you are a little bit messy with your gel liner, this gel liner was kind of drying out, so it wasn't a crisp, clean line. So this was my way of kind of correcting that and fixing that, is just going over that with eyeshadow to set it and also to smudge it and soften it a bit. Okay, so we can remove the tape now. And you can see it's just a nice, clean, crisp line. And you didn't see it, I edited it out, but I did take a little eye cream to remove any fallout that had fallen underneath my eye. Next, I'm mixing my, this is my favorite foundation combo at the moment. It's the Luminous Silk Foundation by Armani, and then I'm mixing it with just a teeny tiny bit of the Studio Fix Fluid by MAC. The Luminous Silk is gorgeous on its own, and it gives great coverage on its own, but I wanted something with just a little bit more coverage, and I also wanted to mattify it a little bit and keep it on longer. I feel like the Studio Fix Fluid, adding that to the Luminous Silk, just makes the foundation last even longer, and it doesn't require any touch-ups for me. And then I'm using my big Tarte buffing brush to blend that in. Under eyes, I'm using the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector before I put my concealer on. I just apply this with my finger, and I usually use a beauty blender to blend this in, but I forgot to dampen it, so I'm just grabbing this Morphe brush. I think it's the G2, and I'm just blending that in. And for concealer, I'm using Pacifica concealer. I don't really know how I feel about this. I really liked this during the summer. I think what my problem is that I applied too much in this video, because after I was done filming, I looked in the mirror and my makeup looked really heavy and cakey. But you can see I'm going to town with this concealer. I probably applied way too much. But I would normally blend this out with a beauty blender, and I think that would actually help avoid a cakey face, is using a beauty blender, because a damp beauty blender is going to absorb any excess product, so it almost corrects it if you put too much product on. So, and then I'm just taking that brush because I just felt like it was really heavy and I wanted to blend it in even more. Okay, I'm going to set all of that with the Marc Jacobs Highlight and Contour Palette. This is the one, it's number 40, Mirage Filter is what it says on the bottom. It's a really pretty yellow setting powder, and then it has a nice ashy contour shade that I'm going to use here in a bit to contour. And so I just like to set basically where I applied that concealer and in the center of my face. Then I'm going to take Makeup Forever HD Loose Powder, and I'm going to set the foundation. When I use Luminous Silk by Armani, I always have to set it just to keep it in place. And since I'm going to be using contour and bronzer and all of that, I wanted a nice like matte finish so that the contour didn't just stick to the foundation. For brows, I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm actually using the brow pomade, which I don't normally use. I'll use this when I'm doing more of a dramatic eye because it is a stronger brow, and I'm just going to fill in my brows. I really work with my natural shape, and I am just going to fill them in and give them more definition. And in case you're wondering, I am the shade Taupe. Oh my gosh, I didn't even talk about it, but I did set some Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder under my eyes, which I'm dusting off now, just to brighten it a little bit more. And the contour, I'm taking that Marc Jacobs palette again, and I'm using the NARS brush to contour my face with this. When I contour, I like to use powder products. It looks a little more natural for me, and I feel like it just wears better throughout the day. I don't have to worry about touching it up or worrying about it looking streaky if I've used a cream product and my skin's gotten oily, or I've gotten sweaty or whatever, and it just kind of breaks down that product. So I am contouring the sides of my nose. I have a round little nose at the bottom, and I like to kind of give a little more, just narrow it on the tips a tiny bit. For bronzer, I'm using Stila Park Avenue Princess Bronzer. This is a really pretty bronzer. It has a little bit of a shimmer. Lashes, I am using Ardell Natural Wispies, Dim Eye Wispy Lashes, they're really pretty, probably my favorite drugstore brand. Okay, so for blush, I am using Cantaloupe by MAC, which is a really nice matte cantaloupe-y color. I did go a little overboard with the blush. I know. It's so funny. I always get comments about my blush, but I just can't help it. I love it. Okay, so for highlight, I'm using Lightsweep by MAC. It's a nice, like, it's not really shimmery at all. It has like a natural sheen to it, so it's not like the Becca highlighters at all, but it's got a little more shimmer than like a contour kit with a highlight powder, if that makes sense. I am lining my inner waterline with the NYX gel liner in black, and then I'm bringing that down on my lower lashes, and then I'm going to smoke it out with some shadow. I'm using the Hot Chocolate from the Self-Made palette with a pencil brush, and I'm just going to smoke that out. I don't usually line the inner rim dark. You guys know I like my brighter pencil there, but I did do it for this look to make it a little bit more smoldering and more dramatic. But I just prefer a brighter waterline on myself. I just feel like it opens up my eyes more. I don't know. That's my thoughts. Tell me what you think. And I'm popping on some mascara on my lower lashes. I think this is the Smashbox. This is just something I got in like a Beauty Insider kit at Sephora. For lips, I am filling in my lips with Glow Minerals Lip Pencil in Native. It's a really nice, natural nude color. It's pink, very neutral. And then I'm using one of my favorite nude lip shades by MAC. It's the shade Deceptive. It's an amplified cream, so it's really rich in pigment. And then I'm setting everything with Pure Illuminator lip gloss in Nude Beach, which is a really shimmery, sheer, like champagne color, just to give my lips more of a pout. And that is the final look, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought about it in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.